During the physical masterclass I had on Thursday, I was telling the members there something. You see, one of the greatest discoveries of the 20th century is the fact that all skills are learnable. One of the greatest discoveries of the 20th century is the fact that all skills are learnable. Every skill is learnable. When a human being is born, the human being is born tabula rasa. Tabula rasa means an empty slate. The human being is born with an empty mind. Nobody is born with rocket science in their brain. Nobody is born with brain as a brain surgeon. Everybody starts up at the same level. And then we are now being exposed to life, exposed to information, exposed to society. So that is where your upbringing comes in. Now you are in an environment where parents are educated, they give you certain kind of information. You're in an environment where parents are rich, they give you some kind of information. You're in an environment where parents are sportsmen, there's the kind of information they give you. If you're in an environment where your parents are broke people and friends around you are broke, there is the same kind of information they give you. So between the first and the 7th year of a child's life, the child is being fed with a lot of information that shapes who he's going to become within the first 7 years. It shapes it. I didn't say it ultimately determines it. Now, if that person does not program himself consciously, right, whatever that person has learned in the 7 years are the things that tend to develop all through. But one of the greatest discoveries of the 21st century is the fact that as a human being, you can change. A human being can change. Only a human being can change that way. A human being is able to adapt into any environment you put him. If you want human beings today live underwater. Human beings today live in space. Human beings live in the coldest regions of the world, live in the hottest regions of the world. Human beings live in the rainforest. Human beings live everywhere because of our capacity to adapt to any situation we find ourselves. A lion remains a lion and is led by 2 basic instincts: to breed and to eat. Simple. A snake, the same thing. Every other animal, that's what they're doing: breed, eat, breed, eat, breed, eat. It's only a human being that can breed, eat, pray, invent, travel the world, and a lot of things can change for him. If a lion does not like the zoo, the forest, the lion has nothing to do. He will remain in that forest. A lion cannot say, you know what, I don't like the forest anymore. Let me relocate to Gusetu in Abuja. And the lion goes to Gusetu in Abuja and sets up a small bush for himself there where he stays and begins to hunt people. It doesn't work like that. A lion will remain there. All animals remain there. Even trees don't move at all. We are the only ones with the capability to move around and transform ourselves. I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from. Because what you put in your mind is what programs you. Your subconscious mind is infinitely more powerful than anything you can dream of. The subconscious mind is a massive, huge supercomputer. And every day, that supercomputer is programmed automatically. Now, in a regular computer, you have to go and key in the programs, type what you need to type to push it in. But in this supercomputer, it is programmed by touch, sight, sound, smell, right? Taste. These are the things that program this supercomputer called the brain. And among these two, the eye and the ear are the most powerful. What you see and what you hear are the things that program your mind very, very well. So if you are able to, at the conscious level, filter what you put in your mind, you can program the subconscious level. But you are driven more by the subconscious level than by the conscious level. In fact, what do you call them? Those people that do all those psychological stuff told us that your conscious mind is responsible for only about 10% of who you are. 90% is your subconscious mind. They say a human being processes over 50,000 thoughts. Is it every hour, every day? Over 50,000 thoughts that you don't know. You don't even know you're thinking. Let's look at it. What if you have to process every thought before you do it? Your brain is going to just lock down and shut down. So being able to do things automatically without even consulting you is the reason why you're still functional. Let's take a minute and examine it. You want to cross the road, right? And you now start thinking for every step you take. Okay, let me take the first step towards crossing the road. You take the first step and you want to drop your leg on the ground. You say, is there a nail there? There's no nail there. Okay, is there a broken bottle there? There's no broken bottle there. In fact, you won't even keep the first step because you have to process every possible thought that is associated with dropping that first step. Then you take the second step. You take the third step. You take the first step. For each step, you are thinking out, thinking that, should I take this step or shouldn't I take it? If I'm taking, will I match this? Will I do it? Imagine all that volume of gigabits of information passing through your brain every second. You now get to the road, okay, let me look left and look right. Is that car coming at what speed? Will the car get to me? You know, a human being cannot function that way. So the subconscious mind takes care of all those things and allow you focus on the most important task. And the most important task is programming the subconscious mind. If you want to transform your life and your business, you must be on purpose to reprogram your subconscious mind. You must be on purpose to reprogram your subconscious mind. If you are not on purpose to reprogram your subconscious mind, you cannot get to the level you want to get to. You know why? Because there are distractions all around us, right? And anybody who is functioning in the midst of all these distractions cannot produce any good result. Because the subconscious mind on its own gets confused and distracted too. So it absorbs a distracted programming. There's somebody running here, your subconscious mind is absorbing that one. Somebody is doing this one, is absorbing that one. Somebody is doing this one, is absorbing that one. Trying to put together and piece things together to program you. No. So your conscious mind should be able to sit you down, right, and program you and program the subconscious mind. That's how it works. Why am I saying this? There are lots of people who say, I don't know how to talk to anybody. I don't know how to run this business. I don't know how to convince people. I don't know how to get people to join our business. By the way, when you say, I don't know how to do this and end it there, you are programming your subconscious mind to be not able to be able to do that activity. It's as simple as that. That's why Paul said, if a man tells himself, I can do something, or says, I cannot do that thing, either way, you are correct. You are the one telling yourself that. So like I was telling you initially, the biggest and greatest discovery of the 21st century is all skills are learnable. Come to the chat room now and type it down there. All skills are learnable. Come to the chat room there, type it. All skills are learnable. This is the biggest discovery in the 21st century. Nobody was born a rocket scientist. Nobody was born a cardiac surgeon. Nobody was born a Java programmer. Nobody was born an athlete. Even by the time you're born, your bones are not strong. Nobody. But all skills are learnable. Some people learn these skills quickly because of the environment they grew up in and the programming they received within the first 7 years. And then it manifests in them very fast. Some don't learn much, right? Because the people around them are not programming them in those ways that will bring out all those things they have. But the day you decide to transform your life, you as a conscious entity operating on the conscious level can reprogram your mind at the subconscious level and take you to where you want to be, the level you want to attain, the knowledge you want to have. All skills are learnable. I remember when I started my first presentation, it was a problem. I got locked out of the presentation, right? What do I mean by locked out? As in, my mind locked me out. At a point in time, I was confused. I didn't know what to say. I was seeing the slide. The slide was looking like total Hebrew to me. I didn't understand what I was seeing. I had practiced that same slide the night before, but the next day, it failed me. But I began to learn how to talk in the business, how to run my business. I began to do the activity over and over and over and over again. I didn't care whether you are signing up in my business or not, because I know I had already learned that it's not what you can't control who is going to sign up or not. What you can control is how good a meeting you can give and experience you can give to them. Give them a very good experience, there's a higher probability they will join you. But you can't control who is going to sign up. So I was locked out. But today, sometimes I see myself running a presentation, especially during physical presentation. In fact, it happens on Zoom sometimes. I will be talking. I will know I am saying the correct thing, but I can be totally disconnected from what I am talking about and still be saying the correct thing because of the level to which I have developed myself, right? Sometimes I've seen my situation where I am talking and I am actually sitting aside, looking at myself, talking like a spectator, and I am talking. I can be talking and I can be thinking about something else in my business. It has happened to me so many times. Now, I know not many people can do that, but that became something that happens to me as a consequence of practice and training. All skills are learnable. So if you believe you don't know how to talk in this business, what are you actually telling yourself is that there is a skill you need to learn. Learn it. I was fortunate many years ago to sign up into a Brian Tracy program, something like that. I can't remember how that happened, but I was now gifted a book, The 6-Figure Speaker. That book is being sold now, but I got it for free then. The 6-Figure Speaker. And I read that book. I printed it out. I read that book in my library in the office. It's there. The 6-Figure Speaker. And I read it. And I used that book to try and learn how to speak to people. You see, all skills are learnable. In network marketing, we say, he that holds the marker makes the money. He that holds the marker makes the money. What is the marker? Why do we say marker? In those days, it is even up to tomorrow. I still run presentations with a pen. In 5 minutes, I can give you a full presentation and people will sign up. Many people I signed up in this business signed up when I used a pen to show them the presentation. And with this new comp plan, if you are not talking to people with a pen, you might be wasting your time. So, but these days, what of us are doing Zoom and the rest of them, the world is changing, right? So what we're actually saying is that the man that does the presentation makes the money. If you are not talking in this business, you cannot out-earn somebody who is talking in the business. If you are relaxed and complacent and you are waiting for your leaders to do your business for you, many of you are saying, my leaders are not doing anything for me, they are not helping me, they are not coming to do it, they are not making my calls. Oh my goodness, you are not going to win. I need you to understand this, that the money you will earn in this business will enter your own bank account, not your leader's bank account. If you grasp that concept, then you understand that what we are talking about is a business that belongs to you. Somebody signs up into your business, and the next thing you say, I let my leaders do the calls for them, blah, blah, blah. How? Let me tell you. Henceforth, all leaders pay attention. When somebody signs up into your business, In the SMO chapter, they tell you the person has to do their first big announcement. As the person is doing the big announcement in week 1, don't wait for third-party calls to be done to do that third-party calls in week 4 thereabout. No. As the person is doing big announcement in week 1, that same week 1, you are doing third-party call for the person. Now, when you are doing third-party call for the person, for anybody, something is supposed to be happening at the same time. If you know what is supposed to be happening during the third-party call, come to the chat room and type it down there. Leaders should know this. When I am making a third-party call for my downline, something is supposed to be happening at that point in time when I'm making that third-party call. What is that supposed to be? Especially, I'll give you a clue, especially if the person is in the same location with me. Madam Joy, that's right. My downline is with me and learning. When you are making a third-party call, the person you are calling his contacts should be sitting right beside you and learning how to make the calls. The person should sit beside you and learn how to make the calls. Why am I saying that? The idea is to be able to, so that we can be able to remove the pressure on us and also teach the downline how to duplicate. The only reason you can make somebody's third-party call and the person is not sitting beside you is if that person is not in the same city as you are. But if you and that person are in the same city, come and sit with me. Inconvenience yourself and sit with me. Even in Lagos, if the person is in Ajah and you are in Ojota and you need to make call for the person, find a time. That person should leave Ajah, inconvenience himself, come to Okota or wherever it is, and do the calls. Or you, who is the leader, go meet the person where he is. You, who is the leader, go meet the person where he is and sit down and make the call with him. Let the person be sitting beside you as the third-party call is made. It's important. The reason it's important is so that the person begins to learn. Don't let anybody tell you, I don't know how to talk to people. If you don't know how to talk to people, forget about achieving that dream you want to achieve. Because your success is not in your wardrobe. Your success is in people. And if you don't know how to harness the power of people, you can't get anything from them. The only way you can harness the power of people is by communicating with people. Somebody say, I don't like this business where you try to convince people. Every business is all about convincing people. Every business is all about getting people to do what they don't want to do. Right? Every business is about that. You think you want to be driving, I want to buy fuel? I don't want to buy fuel. I want to drive my car and let the fuel never finish. Every business is all about people getting people to do what they normally wouldn't want to do. Somebody will tell you, I don't like talking to people, I don't like convincing people, I don't like, and the person has a shop. You have a shop. Every day, somebody, customer, come, let me be a customer, come. And yet, here, you don't want to convince people. If you don't have the skills, learn it. If you don't have the invitation skills to invite people into our presentation, it's a skill. It's a skill. Learn it. Learn it. I want to tell you something. The magic number for me was 30. And I used that in one of the biggest training I ever did, right? The trainee, I call it trainee diamond training when I was in Forever Living Products. Wanted to become a diamond manager. When I joined them global, I call it a trainee global ambassador training, right? I was a global ambassador in training. And I developed that training, I used it, and I became a global ambassador. Somebody just sent me a screenshot of it some days ago, all right, and it reminded me of the grind. You see, everything you want to do is on the other side of skill. It's on the other side of your training. If you choose not to take the path of training, you have chosen to remain a mediocre. And remember this, mediocres amount to nothing much. Type it down. Mediocres amount to nothing much. Type it in the chat room. Mediocres amount to nothing much. Right? If you choose to ignore the path of training, you will become a mediocre. And remember that mediocres amount to nothing much. So if you want to amount to nothing, absolutely, don't do the training. Don't do the training. Continue to be there with that knowledge you have that makes you a local champion, and that is the kind of result you will get. Results that are made for local champions. If you don't know how to follow up, it is a skill. Go and learn it. It's a skill. No apologies. You learn it. And you people say, I'm going to do the business for we didn't tell you we're going to do the business for you. We said we're going to do the business with you. With you. There's a limit to what you can get when you sit down as a mediocre. Sit down in the comfort of your home. You do nothing. You be nothing. You become nothing. If you must take your business to the next level, you must assume the responsibility of a network marketer. I like using the word a business network developer, because when I use network marketing, people see themselves as people who are going out there to sell products. No. When you assume the identity of a business network developer, you understand that your job is to develop business networks in as many places as possible. You develop a business network in Ikeja, you build a business network in Okota, you build a business network in Woji, you build a business network in Garki, you build a business network in Kaduna, you build a business network in Sabongeri Kano. Your job is to build business networks. When you're looking at your business, you're not just looking at the money you are making, you are looking at the network that you have built. Okay, I have a team in Woji. What is the team like? That's the thing going through your head. What is the team in Woji like? What is the team in Adajod looking like? What is my team in Ikeja looking like? Because now you are a business network developer. You are tracking the businesses, not just a network marketer. You see, network marketing does not really, it's an old name, right? It does not really, do justice to what we do. That name came about because it was a situation, the business is a situation where people were selling things and you are earning commissions from what they are selling, and you build a network of people who are selling, then they are all marketing the products, right? And you are earning from their marketing commissions coming to you, to call network marketing. But today is way more than that. Today we are leadership. It's all about leadership. We are bringing up people who are not just selling, but sound minds. People of sound minds, right? People who are intense in pursuit of their goals. Goal-driven people. Leaders who are developing other leaders and changing the narrative, changing the world. That is what we are doing. And you do that by building a business network. You must understand it clearly that you are a businesswoman. You are a businessman. You are in business for yourself. You are a business network developer. When you understand that your responsibility is to build as much business network for yourself across the world. What is the business network you're building? How many business networks do you have? That's the question you want to ask yourself. What is the spread of your business network in the towns and cities around the world? Tells you the size of what we are talking about, the power behind the business. They say what you call a dog is what you answer. What are you? Are you a network marketer? Or are you a business network developer? I tell people I'm a business network developer. I develop business networks all around the world. Because anywhere my downline exists, my business exists. Now hear this clearly. Now hear me. Anywhere my downlines exist on the face of the earth is where my business is being crystallized. Right? Anywhere my downlines exist on the face of the earth is where my business is being crystallized. I must be a catalyst of growth for that team. Anywhere on the face of the earth where my business, my downlines exist on the face of the earth is where my business is being crystallized, right? Crystallizing means it is being formed. It's being formed, right? And I, who is the leader, must be a catalyst. I pick that word in with all consciousness, right? I'll be a catalyst of growth for that team. Can somebody type down what I just written, what I've just said? Anywhere my downlines exist on the face of the earth is where my business is being crystallized. I must be a catalyst of growth for that thing. What that simply means is this. If you know your business, somebody signed up into your business in Kauranamuda, it is your responsibility to be a catalyst of growth for that team in Kauranamuda. When you consider yourself a catalyst of growth for your team, you will help your teams to grow through leadership. Because you know that you cannot do anything, all of it by yourself. So you will work with the teams and the leaders to build. You will work with the leaders to build. How do you become a catalyst of growth for your team? You become a catalyst of growth for your team through leadership development. You become a catalyst for growth in your team through presence. Presence does not mean you have to travel down there. Presence means you have to be in contact, in communication with the leaders in your downline and work with them towards building their team. If there is no leader there, presence means you must stretch out your hands and reach out to those who cannot help themselves in this business and work with them to crystallize their business and grow. As a leader, you're a catalyst of growth in your team. Anywhere my business exists on the face of the earth is where my business is being crystallized. I must be a catalyst of growth for that team. When you become that catalyst of growth for your team, you will see your business expanding in leaps and bounds that will surprise you. It's as simple as that. But if you are not a catalyst of growth, somebody signs up into your team, the next thing you find yourself is you are in your DTC and cashing. Encode, encash, and chop. That's what you're doing. You are not interested in what is happening to this person. Now, you won't be able to force out activities for these people, but you must be able to reach out to them. And I need you to understand this clearly. Understand this clearly. You can't be able to force activity and compliance, right? But you can be able to, you might not be able to force compliance, but at least you must do your own part. Let it be that the person is not ready for growth. No problem. The Bible says the poor you will always have in your midst. Poor people will still be among you, whether you like it or not. No matter how hard you try. But let the reason they quit and fail not be you. That is something very, very important. I need us to understand this. Because for you to be in the business and say you are a leader 365, unleashed, it means that in every sense of the word, you have the presence of mind to run your business. This business is going to pay you in ways that you cannot even begin to imagine. For some of us who have 23 accounts going to 54 accounts, hear me out. If I have 54 accounts, do you understand what it's going to be like if people across the 54 accounts are running my business? Do you know what it's going to be like? You will even employ somebody to be doing encashment for you as a full-time job. Even if you have 7 accounts, 15 accounts, do you know what it's going to be like when all the accounts have money dropping in every day? Do you understand what it's going to be like? It's really going to be big. We are telling you this because we are experiencing it already. We're not telling you this because somebody told us. We are telling you because we are experiencing it already. The only way it's going to happen is if you consciously want it to happen for you. Consciously. It won't happen unconsciously. So when you say, I've done my business, I'm tired, it's not working. I've spoken to everybody, it's not working. How long does it take you to quit? Right? You want to ask yourself that question. How long will it take me to quit? Some of you come into this business and in 1 week you're already quitting. Some quit the very next day. Some quit on the first rejection they get. We tell you don't talk to anybody yet. Go and read your first year marketing. You won't read it. It's as if we're giving you bad advice. Don't speak to anybody. Go and read your first year marketing in week 1. No way. You will not go and read the book. Introduction and chapter 1. You will not read. And then the moment you step outside, somebody tells you all these people are doing. And the next thing you are dead. You refuse to take call. I want my money back. You want to start killing somebody for your own laziness. Your goals are not driving you. You are driven by your emotions. You must be goal driven and not emotions driven. Many of you are just in the masterclass for the first time after graduating from the incubator group this morning. Understand that. You must be goal-driven, not emotions-driven. If you are goal-driven, you are not stopping until you get your goals. I've seen a lot of people on long-distance races just before the finish line, they collapse on the ground. You see them struggling to stand up as if they have, cerebral malaria. They want to get to the goal. They want to finish. Even Even though they know they didn't win the gold medal, yet they want to finish. You see some people who come and carry them and help them to cross the line. These are goal-driven people. You can't win somebody who is goal-driven. You can't win somebody who is goal-driven. But if you're emotions-driven, you're not going far. Yes, people start our business out of emotion and justify it with logic. That's all right. But when you're not justifying with logic, what you do, you logically set up your goals and go for the goals. Because the business will give it to you. So one of the big questions you want to ask yourself is, that goal you have, that dream you have, that thing that you have always wanted to achieve in this thing from in life, have you achieved it? The next one, ask yourself is, can your current income source, without looking at this business, can your current income source give you that thing you are looking for? Can you get it from your current income source? For most people, the answer is no. And let me tell you something. If you have been doing your job or business for the last 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you are still struggling financially, my dear, you're not going to live on earth forever. That's the truth. You won't live on earth forever. I tell yourself, hey, I will make it, I will make it, I will make it, I will make it. It's not just I will make it. There is a disconnect from what you are saying and from what and with what you are doing. There's a disconnect. When you make affirmations, very important, very powerful, allow the affirmations program you. Somebody say, I will be a rich man, 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 I will be a rich man. And the talk comes here, pam, 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 bouncing out. It's not sinking in. I will be a rich man, I will be a rich man. After saying I will be a rich man, the next thing you go and start carrying blocks. You will never read a book to help you learn how to be a rich man. You will never attend a seminar to help you learn how to be a rich man. You will never watch a video. You never hang around people. You will never do anything. You just go carry your block. You come back, carry your block. You come back. You end up a block carrier, a bricklayer. That's where you end. Allow the teachings to work on you. Allow the trainings to transform you. Allow the mentorship to seep into you and touch something in you, turn you around. Allow it. Because it is for the greater good. It is because you want to attain your dreams. Allow the mentorship to make sense to you. When you are in mentorship, be in mentorship. You see, we are not interested in seeing a large number of people in our cell meetings and in our masterclass who don't do anything. You attend the cell meetings, you attend the masterclass, you attend all these things, and right after it, you will not take do the invitations, you will not make the calls, you will not do the activities that will bring people to see a prediction and join you. You will not. Guess what you are doing? You are planning to fail. So allow the trainings to lead you. What does that mean? When you take a training, practice what we have said. When we say, okay, make these calls, make the calls. I told you 30 to me is the magic number. 30. If you don't know, if you say you don't know how to talk, I don't know how to talk to people, I don't know how to, no problem. Just make 30 calls. I don't know how to call third-party calls, blah, blah, blah. No problem. There are, you can get the names of people you don't know and practice the calls on them. Right? If you don't want to waste the names of your downlines, just get any 30 names of people, find their names and practice the call on them. Let them reject you. They don't know you. What are you losing? Right? If you go to Facebook and search, you might see numbers of people. Call them, practice on them. Let them reject you. The only thing that in fact, there's nothing wasted. There was nothing wasted. If you don't have the number to call, you say, okay, I don't want to waste the numbers of my downlines. I don't know how to call yet, and my downline just signed up. I don't know how to call. I don't want to waste their contact. What do? Tell your upline, please, can I get some numbers to practice with? Right? And we'll find a way. We'll generate 30 numbers for you. We can go and find it online. Generate 30 numbers for you. We'll give you a list, a script. Use this script, call those 30 people and practice on them. The worst they will tell you is, why? How did you get my number? How did you get my number? We came across a database of smart and forward-thinking people in Nigeria, and your name was one of them. Very simple. We came across a database of smart and forward-thinking people in Nigeria, and your name was one of them. The names are online. Will it be okay if I let me write that thing down? Oh, Chandra Makandra Makundra, Rema is coming. Let me write that one down. Very simple, right? We came across a database of smart and forward-thinking people in Nigeria, and your number was one of them. Then next thing, you go ahead and continue with your script. Practice. Practice. They say practice makes better, not perfect. Nothing is perfect. Only God is perfect. Right? But for every day you practice, you become better than your best. Every day you practice, you become better than your best. So, leaders, start running practice call sessions with your people. The people who are going to bring themselves out to learn the practice session. Not everybody is going to do it. When you sign up people, you invite them, come and join us. Let's do the call practice sessions. Those who are going to come and do it and learn to make the calls are going to be the leaders in your team. They are those that will take your business to the next level. Others might just be giving you small encashment, 50K here, 30K here, 20K here. But these people who are going to be making those calls are those that will be adding 1 million, 2 million, 3 million to your DTC every month. So we're no longer in an era of mediocrity. When people will be telling us, I don't know anybody to call. I don't know how to make calls. Come and learn the calls. You want to be a millionaire? Millionaires call. Millionaires talk. They learn, they do it. The money is in the doing. The money is not in the thinking of it. Come and learn the calls. We're going to work with those who are ready to work. Those who are willing to work. These are the people that will take the business to the next level. So if you want to win in this business, stop the excuse of I don't know how to make the calls. You are there chasing your upline. I don't know how to follow up people. Follow up. 30 is the magic number. By the time you have done 30 follow-up calls using the success manual, everything you can say about the different excuses is in the success manual, right? By the time you have done 30 of those calls, you will learn how to call. By the time you have done 30 calls, follow-up calls, you will learn. All skills are learnable. You will learn. What are you more afraid of? Are you more afraid of learning the calls? Or are you afraid of poverty? What are you more afraid of? What is leading you? Are you led by your fear of poverty? Or are you led by your desire to build an amazing life, to contribute to people, to contribute to the life of people? What are you led by? What are you led by? When you decide to put in the activity, when you decide to learn how it's being done, you will win. I need you to understand that the result will come. The result will come. The Bible says that it is for an appointed time. Though it may tarry, it will surely come to pass. It can only come to pass when you are there in the grind, when you are there putting in the activity. The Bible talks about the parable of the 10 virgins, right? And if I remember that parable clearly, they were waiting for the bridegroom, and some had their oil and came with extra oil in case their oil runs out. Other ones didn't come with oil, didn't come with enough oil in their lamps. And while they were waiting, what happened? They started running out of oil. They said, let us go into, I met him, I said, please, can you give us some of your oil? What did those ones tell them? We don't have enough for you and us. What if we give you and all of us end up running out of oil? What happens? So why not go and buy your own quickly before the bridegroom comes? So they went out to buy their own oil. And while they were there, the bridegroom came. Those that were ready, that had the oil, entered into the rooms and the doors were shut. And those ones later came in the middle of the night after getting their oil finally and said, we are here. Said, I do not know who you are. Let me tell you something. The blessing is going to come to you when you least expected in this business. Provided you are found in the grind. Provided you are found in the grind. You must be on duty for you to locate the blessing for you in this business. When the bridegroom comes and calls out, will you be ready? Let us go. Let us move to the next level in this business. Will you be one of those? Or will you say, I am trying to set up my Zoom meeting. I am trying to do that. The only way is for you to be present in the grind, in the activities that constitutes doing the business. All skills are learnable. Do you have a problem handling objections of people? We have a video on YouTube handling objections professionally that I did, right? It is not overcoming objections. Some people use the word overcoming objection. You don't overcome any objection. If a man said, I don't have money, there is no way you can overcome it and make him have money. Right? You can't overcome it and let him make him have money. You can only handle it so that the guy can look for ways of raising money. So, there's a video handling objections professionally. You don't know how to handle objections. People come to you and say, I don't have time. I don't have money. This is a pyramid scheme. I want to speak with my spouse. Only those at the top makes the most money. Only those who join initially make the money. I don't know how to convince people. Blah, blah, blah. All these are the basic objections people come with. Learn how to handle the objections. All skills are learnable. Go to YouTube, type my name, Kelechi Anodere, right? And scroll through the videos. You will see handling objections professionally. Watch it and take notes. And let me tell you how you watch my YouTube videos. Let me tell you how you watch my YouTube videos. I've told this to a lot of people. If you want to watch those YouTube videos and become a master, follow the 5 steps. Step 1, watch the first time as a movie. How do you watch a movie? You can get your coffee, you can get popcorn, you are relaxed, you are eating it, you are discussing with your spouse, discussing with your friends, whatever you're doing it, you're watching it. No problem. No distraction. You can distract yourself. Watch it like a movie. The second time you are watching the video, You're not watching it like a movie. You're watching with intense concentration, and you're asking questions that you don't understand. Ask questions, and you're writing down the questions. Something is not clear in your head, write it down. Something is not clear in your head, write it down. And watch it completely. The third time you are watching the video, this time around, before you watch it, review those questions you've written down about 5 times, so that all those questions are hanging around your mind. Then start watching the video the third time. The third time, you are looking for the answers to those questions in the video, because the answers are in the video. That's what you do the third time. Watch it and look for the answers. The fourth time you're going to watch it, this time around, get out your hardcover notebook, and as you are watching it, you are taking notes, taking important notes, important tips. You are writing those things down. You are creating a journal for your training. I have books, many of them, about 3 or 4 books, filled with trainings that I have done over the years, that I have listened to and learned over the years. And I can easily take any of those books and I just open it and I can just sit down with you and I start running you through a 2 hours training, non-stop. If I take any of them, this is not it, right? This one is my ThinkPad. I use this to write down ideas and I am developing. So the 4th time you are taking down notes. The 5th time you are watching the video, watch it like a movie again. Number 1, watch like a movie. Number 2, watch intensively and ask questions. Number 3, watch intensively and look for the answers to the questions. Number 4, watch intensively and create notes as if you're going to defend the video. Number 5, watch like a movie. By the time you are done, you will be a master there. So you don't know how to close down, learn how to close down. Watch the video on how to handle objections, because close down is all about handling objections. Right? You follow up on somebody, you close them down. The guy says, I don't have the money. You handle the objection, you handle the objections, right? Close it down again. You're going to learn it. It's a doable skill, it's a learnable skill. Any one of you can learn it. Now you have signed up the person. Your downline has been encoded. Now the problem is, how do I get my downline started properly? It is a skill. Learn the skill. Learn the skill. It's very important. Learn the skill. One of the most important things you want to learn how to do is to get your people started properly. Because when you learn to get them started properly, what you have done is that you have reproduced yourself in them. When you reproduce yourself in your downlines will continue to grow, your business will continue to grow, your team will continue to grow, because you have reproduced yourself in your team. How do you follow up? How do you get them started? It's a skill. Learn it. Go on YouTube. There are videos there that I did on how you can get your new distributor started. It's there. Learn it. What do you use to get them started? The SMO checklist is there. The 444 worksheet is there. Learn it. It's a skill. And the last skill you want to learn is how to promote events. It is a skill. We are being told that promoting events is the #1 skill that can transform your business. And that's a fact. We have events that hold where we invite prospects. We have events that hold where we come in as distributors for mentorship. Anyone promotes it. Don't sit down there and fold your hands and say, my uplines are going to do the invitation. The moment you leave your business for some other person in the hands of your upline, you give up control. You give up control. And when you give up control, you no longer have a business. You become an employee. Don't give up control. Don't wait for your upline to call you to attend cell meetings. Don't wait for your upline to call you to join the masterclass. Don't wait for your upline to call your downline to join the masterclass. You should be the one bringing your people into the masterclass, bringing your people into the presentation. It is all on you. You are paid. You are paid when people join your downline, not when people join your upline. You are paid when people sign up in your downline, not when people sign up in your upline. Understand that clearly. Your business is your business. Don't expect your upline to take your business as his business. Your upline might not be feeling fine. You should be the one to go out there and do your business. Your upline might even not be taking the business seriously, might be any 100K a month. Are you going to subject yourself to less than 100K a month because it's your upline? No. Nothing stops you from doing 10 million naira a month, even though your upline is doing 100K a month. Nothing stops that because the business is yours. So whenever an event is announced in the team, run it like your life depends on it. Today is Saturday. How many of you have events you are working towards today? How many of you are going to be inviting people into the business today? How many? So it is important we all understand how this is done, right? It's important. So ensure as a matter of urgency that you pay attention to your business. When you pay attention to your business, everything grows for you. Our business is a very powerful business. If you decide to take up the audacity, the responsibility to put on the coat of the network marketer, you are going to be hugely successful. You see, there are lots of people in our team who are doing very well. Some of them are doctors. Somebody say, that guy is a doctor, that's why he's doing very well. That guy is a lawyer, that's why he's doing very well. That guy is an engineer, that's why he's doing very well. Let me say something. The doctor who is doing very well is not doing very well because he has a medical degree. The engineer who is doing very well is not doing very well because he has a bachelor in engineering. The lawyer who is doing very well is not doing very well because he has an LLB or LBBL. He has a degree in law. No. The doctor who is doing very well because he's now putting on the cap of a professional business network developer. The engineer who is doing very well because he's now putting on the cap of a professional business network developer. The lawyer who is doing very well because he's now putting on the cap of a professional business network developer. Let me tell you guys something. That cap is available to everyone. Type it down there. That cap is available to everyone. That cap, the cap of a professional business network developer, is available to everyone. Type it down there in the chat room. The cap of a professional business network developer is available to everyone. Do you wear your own cap? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Do you wear your own cap? Or is that cap just somewhere in your cupboard? You keep that cap there. You only remember that cap when you're attending cell meeting. After the cell meeting, you throw the cap back in the cupboard. You only remember that cap when you are attending masterclass. After that, you throw it. Or is that cap on your head 365? If you want to win and attain those dreams and goals that you're looking for yourself, you must put on the cap of a professional network developer. You want to ask yourself, can the thing I do today give me the dream I have always wanted? Some of you, your job pay you just 100,000 naira monthly, and it takes you 8 to 10 hours a day, 30 days a month, a week, a month to earn 100K. What that means is that every year you earn 1.2 million naira. Gentlemen, forget about building a house of 10 million. Forget about buying a car of 10 million. Forget about going on amazing vacations that will cost you millions of naira. Forget about trying to be that person that wants to rescue the world and all the things you want to do. Forget about it. If that is the cap you want to keep on wearing, there is a limit to which you can earn based on what you are doing. The evidence and result is right in front of you. If you have been doing that activity for the last 5 to 10 years and you are still experiencing cash flow problems, then I won't say you have a challenge, right? No, you don't have any mental challenge. I won't say what you are doing is not good. Nothing wrong with it. All I will say is that you have a flawed plan. You have a flawed plan. You might want to re-examine your dreams and your vision. But if you are in this business and you really want to give yourself the good life that you think you deserve, put on that cap and do the activities that come with it. As a young boy, I was about 7, 8 years old then or thereabout, when my elder brother told me something. He said there was a white man that told him, and this is my elder brother, I don't know how he got that thing, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but he's my elder brother, right? About 3 years older than me. And I was about 7, so I was wondering how a white man would have told him that at probably 10 or 11. But that's all right. He told me. He said that a white man told him that in Nigeria, okay, no, I don't think I was 7. In Nigeria, there is money all around you. But the problem is, can you bend down and pick it? Can you bend down and pick it? And I keep on telling people, the money that will make you rich is not in your pockets. It is in the pockets of other people. We have not started this business at all. Let me tell you guys something. AIM Global is not in China. AIM Global is not in India. They have not entered those countries yet. They will enter those countries. Right? With the new plan is designed to move into some of those countries. AIM Global is not in China, a country of how many billion? Same thing, India, billions of people. Pakistan. Do you know what will happen? Look at Nigeria. 200 million people in Nigeria. That is the country in which you are running this business. Statistics show that the number of active network marketers in Africa and Asia is about 2 million. Right? It's there. It's statistics online, real statistics from the World Direct Sales Association. About 2 million, Africa and Asia. That means that if you take the 2 million people in network marketing actively in Africa and Asia and put them in Nigeria, it is only 1% of Nigerians. And in this same Nigeria, as it's currently formatted, where we don't have 2 million people in Mbuluba, just about 600,000 registrations thereabout. People are earning over 20, 30 million naira every month. We have not gone around Nigeria. We've not even, and what if your business now expands into India, expands into China, expands into the US? What do you think your business is going to be like in the next 5 years? What drives me in this business is the potential in it. It's the potential, the capacity to reach out to people, to work with people, help them to build their own businesses, and teach them how to do likewise. And your capacity is insane. That's why you see people are going crazy when they say you can add 31 more accounts, making your account up to 54. People went berserk. Because we know that every account can be fully maximized over the next few years. And you can begin to earn insane income. Insane income. You see, I tell people, if you have signed up into this business, it's not flesh and blood, though. It's not flesh and blood. It's not your skill. It's not that you are sharp and you are focused and you are consistent. It's not. It is only the grace of God that opened your eyes to see this business. And that grace of God that opened your eyes to see this business demands it of you to build your own business. Because this is a vocation and not a business. It's a vocation. The only business that can be run in heaven is this business. The only business that you can run in heaven. No other business can be run in heaven. Because in all other businesses, you cheat people, you fight people, you kill people to achieve it, you press people down to rise in the offices. But this is the only business in the world where the only way I can succeed is when I help people succeed. The only way I can earn is when I help people earn. The only way I can develop is when I teach people and help them develop. The only business in the world. That is this business. And so don't take it for granted when you sign up into this business and you say you want to quit. You want to quit? Are you the one that signed yourself up? Do you think you signed up because you want to make money? It's for you. And you decide, I don't want to make the money anymore, so I am going to quit. Oh my goodness, you didn't get the memo. Let me tell you guys something. You are not in this business for yourself. Let us assume for an instant, Ambassador Mike, our top upline, refused to sign up into this business. What that means is that over 600,000 people today will not be in the La Buena Vida. Somewhere 10, 20, 30, 50 generations, 100 generations under him, somebody will become an armed robber. Who wouldn't have become an armed robber in the first place if he signed up? But because he did not sign up, that chain didn't go down. That person's parents weren't successful, and this guy went into those vices. Guess what happens? That sin traces its way up the chain to him because he refused to answer and heed the call to join the business. But he answered to that call. He signed up. We signed up. Over and over, we started signing up. Somewhere down the line, that person who would have become an armed robber will not become an armed robber. Because now he has liquidity. He's able to take care of his family. He's no longer going to do all those things that he would have done because now he has a better life. Right? And guess what? The person at the top who signed up first is now responsible for generational wealth. So in this business, you are either a catalyst for generational wealth or a catalyst for generational poverty. There is nothing in between. And you cannot remove yourself from the equation. You cannot. You cannot say, I'm no longer interested in the business, so I will not be held liable. You will be held liable, not by me, by God. Because you were sent to go and spread this gospel of money down the line, and you refused to heed to the call, and people down the line went into poverty. Their poverty is on your head. If you like, do like this. If you are hearing me now, you are hooked. You are hooked. You don't need to say what I am saying is the truth or not. You don't need to accept it or not. It is a fact, because this is a vocation and not just a business. In a business, you have the option. In a vocation, you don't have the option. It's a call. You have been called. You must make money. It's important. When Jesus Christ was about to be crucified, he told the apostles, go into the town. You will see so-and-so person, follow him. Whichever house he enters, enter there and tell the person, the master wants to use this place tonight. What if that person was a broke person? Would he have an upper room to offer to Jesus for the Last Supper? You are there thinking you shouldn't be rich. When Jesus Christ was crucified and brought down from the cross, Joseph of Arimathea was a rich man, offered his tomb, a brand new tomb he prepared for himself, for Jesus to be buried in. If he was a poor man, will he offer that tomb to Jesus to be buried in? My mom used to say, God sends a man ahead of me at all times. And that has worked for me all my life. God has sent you ahead of people. They have not come yet. They are on their way. But are you preparing to accept them and do that which God has sent you to do? Some of you, the reason you are in this business, the only reason you are in this business is so that you can make enough money and pay for the surgery of a child who is 3 years old today. Right? That child is having a problem with the heart. And your job in this business is to pay for that child's surgery, because God wants to use that child to do something great 25 years from today. That might be the reason you're in this business and you don't know. And you just sit down in complacency and you think your business is all about you. Let me blow your mind. Let me bust your bubble. I keep on telling people this. You are the most insignificant part of your business. Go to the chapter and type it down. I am the most insignificant part of my business. Type it in the chat room. The day that this rhema comes upon you, that you are the most insignificant part of your business, you begin to make other people more important than you. And when you make them more important than you, your business moves to the next level. Zig Ziglar said, if you can find enough people to give and help them achieve everything they want, you will achieve everything you want. That's why it is said that it is in giving that we receive. It is in giving that we receive. There's no way you can build up without first giving. Give yourself. You see a beautiful butterfly every day flying around. Wow, so colorful, so beautiful. Did you see the butterfly when it was just what do you call it? A caterpillar? How many of you will see a caterpillar and you like it? Oh, beautiful looking caterpillar. You don't like the caterpillar, but you love the butterfly, you love all the colors. But do you know what got the caterpillar to become a butterfly? It will look for a leaf, go and latch itself under the leaf. And when it latches itself under that leaf, it begins to form a hard shell around itself. Once it forms that shell, the caterpillar will die inside the shell. It will die inside the shell, dissolve inside, transform inside, break out of the shell, and come out as a beautiful butterfly and takes flight. That is what's supposed to happen to you. Many people don't like the part where they're going to die to grow. That is the part that forges you into the leader you are meant to be. That's why when you go to my WhatsApp status, you see it is written there, without fire, gold is crap. It is the fire that will forge you into who you need to be. Burn out the impurities in you and allow the real you to emerge. The Bible says, unless a grain of wheat falls on the ground and dies, that grain of wheat remains only a single grain. But if it dies, it yields a rich harvest. It's as simple as that. You want to become successful, you want to build, you want to expand, you want to duplicate yourself into people and build an amazing business. You must first of all die through service. You must die through knowledge. You must die through learning. You must die through activities. That is the only way the real you can emerge like the butterfly. That's the only way. There's no other way. But when you run away from those activities that are meant to transform you, guess what is going to happen? You will remain a caterpillar. You will keep on crawling on the ground like a caterpillar and eating the dust of the air, of the lands. The only way you can transform to the next level in your life is when you die in service, to service. That's the only way. It's not going to come easy. It's not going to come cheap. But unless you are comfortable with where you are today, unless the comfort zone is the place you want to be, remain there. But when you are in the comfort zone, you amount to nothing much. But if you want to transform yourself, you have to die and transform yourself. Remember this. Fire does nothing to gold. Fire does absolutely nothing to gold. Gold is called God's currency. And because gold is called God's currency is apex at all point in time. Nobody says you go into the ground, you dig out gold, you say, okay, I need to purify this gold before it becomes gold, right? So you say, okay, I brought it from ground, it is called brass. Once I purify it through fire, it becomes gold. No. When you brought it from the ground, it is called gold because it is gold. What does the fire do to the gold? To the gold itself, fire does absolutely nothing. The fire works on the impurities. The fire works on the impurities that stains the gold. So the impurity will be used to, the fire will be used to burn out the impurity, remove the impurity, filter it out, and leave the real gold to now shine. What am I saying? The trainings burns out the impurities in you. The meetings burn out the impurities in you. The calls burn out the rustiness in you. You are rusty now that you've joined the business and you don't know how to make the call. You must pass through the fire of calls to learn how to make better calls. You must pass through the fire of follow-ups to learn how to follow up properly. You must pass through the fire of close down to learn how to close down properly. You must pass through the fire of invitations to learn how to invite properly. You must pass through the fire of presentations to learn how to present properly. You must pass through the fire of prospecting to learn how to prospect properly. And you must pass through the fire of promoting events to learn how to become an event promotion machine. Whatever the fire that you need to pass through to allow the you who is the champion to emerge, pass through the fire. Because it is only then that the real you will emerge. You will be bombarded on all sides. You will be, blasted, hit, bombed on all sides. You will experience dream killers who will come all out to kill your vision. Some of them are called friends. Those ones are the least important of the group. Your friends don't matter. Some of you are so hooked up in the friend zone, my friend, my friend, my friend, my friend. Guess what? You have been changing friends ever since you are born, so they don't matter. Your friends in primary school change when you go to secondary school. Your friends in secondary school change when you go to university. Your friends in university change when you started serving. Your friend when you started serving change when you relocated to where you're staying. Your friends are a group of people that change constantly. Don't let people who don't matter to matter. The second category of dream killers you are going to meet are the dangerous ones. Those are the ones called family. They are dream killers too. Some of them are sitting beside you right now, listening to the cell meeting or to this masterclass, and they are not even in support of you doing the business. Some of them are not in support of you doing the business, and now you're listening to the masterclass. They are even hearing me talk right now, and some of them are even pinching you. Come on, go and do this for me. You're there wasting time. Every time you're on this phone, nothing coming out. Oh my goodness. They are called dream killers. Some of them are called husbands, wives, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters, right? They don't matter also. Yes, you cannot kick them out. You cannot chase them out. But never let people who don't matter be responsible for making financial and decisions in your life, right? Don't make them your financial role models. Don't make them your role models that you will listen to when you want to do things that they don't understand. The truth is that they don't understand. And our job as network marketers is to make the blind see. Some of them don't support you because they've not seen the result. But they don't understand that it takes time. Some of them who don't support you are doing a business where they are not successful. They're not at the top of the food chain in their business. They are still struggling. Yet they are condemning your own. All these things people are doing, people are always convincing people of it. And they don't know that because they don't know how to convince people is the reason they are broke. They always talking to people, trying to be deceiving people, whatever it is they are saying. They don't even realize that the reason they are having money problem is because they don't have that core skill that you are learning right now. Don't let them matter. Let me tell you the only person that matters in your quest to become successful. And that's the only person you need to listen to. That person is you. You are the only one that matters. Because the vision, the dream was put in you. That dream you have was not put in them. Even if they join the business, the dream in you is not the dream in them. The mission God has sent you to fulfill is not the mission God has sent them to fulfill. So don't get bothered when people don't see your dream. It is your dream. It's not their dream. One man's dream is another man's castle in the air. Write that down. One man's dream is another man's castle in the air. When somebody tells you you are building your castles in the air, what do you tell the person? One man's dream is another man's castle in the air. If people had told human beings 200 years ago that people will be flying, they will never believe. If you had told them that somebody, you see that moon there, somebody will stand there one day, they will never believe. One man's dream is another man's castle in the air. So when people don't buy your vision, don't blame them. Because God did not give the vision to them, God gave the vision to you. When people don't buy your dream, don't feel bad with them. Because God did not give the vision to them, God gave the vision to you. When people don't buy your dreams, don't give up because of what they say to you. Because God did not give the vision to them, God gave the vision to you. When you speak to people about this business and they don't join you, don't blame them. Because God has not put the vision to them, God has put the vision to you. You will find those to whom God has given the vision. Not everybody has the vision. God took the kingship from Saul and left Saul empty and gave that kingship to David. So understand that clearly. Because the vision, the kingship might not be for them. God said, I regret making Saul king. How many times have God used the word I regret? How many times? The first one we knew was when he regretted making man. The second one we knew was he regretted Saul, making Saul king. At least for me, not the one I know. So your job is to search out those people to whom God have called to the mission. And the only way you can find those God have called to this mission is by exposing the system to as many people as possible. And the Bible says, those that have ears, let them hear. You will find them eventually, provided you keep on grinding. Remain in the grind. Do the activities in the grind. Learn the skills necessary to build your business, because all skills are learnable. And at the end of the day, you will build yourself a most formidable and amazing business. Thank you so much, gentlemen and ladies. God bless you all.